Hey everybody, good morning. It is The Drive right here live on the Fan Sports Network, the only live local sports show in Southern Utah, firing up a Friday. It's not just any Friday, it's our 22nd annual Findlay Subaru Utah State Long Drive on a Friday. Day one of qualifying starts this afternoon right at 3 o'clock sharp. Devin, Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin in, and we'll move over. National guys give us some talk time till 9 a.m. this morning. So we're going to fire up your weekend festivities, and we got a good show on tap for you today. And normally we start with around the water cooler or the best thing we saw or who's in the doghouse, who's in the penthouse. Today I wanted to start with the worst thing that I saw in sports. I don't normally like to be negative, but the worst thing I saw was the Vegas Golden Knights' effort last night. They looked tired.
Yeah.
They just looked tired last night. Carolina was buzzing. There was one moment in the third where I thought they had some energy and they had a run in them, and after that fell short. With the power play, they pulled the goalie. They couldn't find a way. Even with the power play themselves late last night, couldn't score on that last power play to get it to a 1-goal game with enough time to maybe add an equalizer. I kept holding out hope that the Knights were not out of it because the way this series has went, it wasn't over till the fat lady sings. But last night, Carolina was the better team, clearly.
They were.
I don't know that I could honestly say that in every win Carolina's had that they were the best team. There's been some flip-flops. There's been some wild sequences. Last night, though, they were the better team. Just plain and simple. And I thought, between the Wild Bill injury that knocked him out of the game, probably knocked him out of the series, some really unselfish passing by the Canes that led to some easy goals. Backside of Carter Hart on a couple of them.
Yeah. The Aho skate to stick one was
phenomenal.
It was tough.
Top shelf, my friend.
Right.
Tucked it in. Yeah. It was tough.
I texted after that. I'm like, that's the last thing we need is for Aho to get hot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was his first goal of the series, if I'm not mistaken.
Svechnikov, too, another one of their big guns, finally chimed in with 2. But the story of this Stanley Cup final is Jordan Staal. He's the first player to score in 5 straight games to start a Stanley Cup final since Jean Bellevue in 1956. Maurice Rocket Richard, the namesake for the top goal scorer in the league in the regular season trophy, did it in 1951. And Cyclone Taylor, how about that name, in 1918 are the only other players to score in 5 straight finals games. So he is the tone setter for this team. I mean, I didn't think that this 37-year-old had this in him, but he has been incredible in every sense of the word. He gets another deflection, greasy, right in front of the net front goal last night. He's playing really possessed hockey would be the way I would call it. He is playing unbelievable right now.
So you're saying, and I'm agreeing, if you're saying Carolina Stars finally won the star battle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Svechnikov was their leading scorer during the season. Aho, one of their top point guys. I mean, all the big guns chimed in, and like I said, you're getting a lot
Showed
from
up last
Staal.
night.
So,
Yeah,
I mean, it was a perfect storm of things for a loss.
Yeah. And
Yep.
again, none of ours did.
Yeah, I agree. I think I said in a text last night, said, where are our stars at?
Yeah, exactly.
And Svechnikov scored twice. Sebastian Aho finally got his first goal of the series. Jordan Staal, as you just said, extended his goal streak to 5 straight games. When your top players show up in the biggest game of the year, you saw the graphic. If you watched the Stanley Cup game last night, 74% of the time, the Game 5 winner goes on to 3 out of 4 times. You go on to win Lord Stanley's Cup. Now, there's a 25% chance that the Knights can buck that, but you're going to have to do it without William Karlsson.
Yeah.
And Vegas lost the special teams battle last night.
Yeah. What Tara said yesterday about staying out of the box was exactly what they didn't do. They were in the box all the time.
Costly penalties.
A lot of penalties.
And Carolina's power play made them pay.
To epitomize it, there's the one sequence where they kill the 2-minute minor, and then McNabb takes a coincidental minor right after that one ends, like seconds after the power play ends.
Yep.
They get another one, and what happens? They score.
And then Stone got the 4-minute, and you kill the first 2 minutes, but in the second 2 minutes, they finally solve you. I mean, 4 minutes are hard to kill.
Hard.
That's a hard PK.
Yes.
Vegas had opportunities, but just couldn't generate enough when it mattered. Bussy gave Carolina the saves they needed.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
He stopped, what was it, 22 shots last night? Was that the final tally?
I think it was a little tick above that.
Yeah.
Let me check the final shot total here.
In Carolina, they answered every punch. You finally, if you're Vegas, get the lead. And I said on the show yesterday, I'm like, wouldn't it be nice if Vegas scored first? And they did.
25 shots.
25 shots saved by Bussy.
No, 25 attempts, 23 saves.
23 saves.
Yeah.
23 saves. But Vegas got that first goal from Dorofeev.
Yeah.
And I thought he'd been MIA in this series, but then Carolina immediately responds and scores 4 of the next 5. They never let the Knights build momentum. They never let it swing back to Vegas' favor like we've seen in previous games in this series. So if you're sitting here missing the game wondering why Vegas? Why did you lose? Too many penalties.
Yeah.
Not enough star power outside their top scorers. Dorofeev, he's been one of their top guys all year. Finally gets his goal, but you needed more.
Yeah.
You needed one from Mitch or Jack.
Marner was absent again last night.
Yep. I didn't think that the Knights slowed down Carolina's forecheck at all last night. And they lost the middle of the game where Carolina scored twice in the second period and took control.
And up the middle is where they have to stop them.
Yeah. Let's get
especially Aho up the middle.
Let's react to some of the sound from last night as the Hurricanes beat the Golden Knights 4-2 because their best players were finally their best players, and Stahl keeps his streak alive. Carolina's power play, and Vegas took too many penalties. Let's get you some reaction from. Should we go to Torts?
Yeah,
here is Torts talking after the game. Let's check in with the VGK Knights coach and see if he's okay.
I think he's okay. He was a little grumpy.
Let's check on his tone.
Here we go.
Nick Dowd and Braden McNabb were just talking about liking their game outside of the penalties, and I'm just curious if you felt the same way.
Yeah, I thought we had a good start. We had a really good start. We lost momentum when we went back-to-back in penalties. It's about the same time that we lost Bill. We got to find a way. I'm going to leave my clothes here. That's for sure. They'll be in the hotel.
He thinks there's definitely going to be a Game 7.
I love that. I love that.
What was the question? Somebody asked him a question, and he said, "That is the dumbest question I've ever heard."
If they considered going to Hill.
Oh, to Hill. Okay.
Yeah. Someone asked him if he considered going to Hill last night, and he was like, "That's the dumbest question I've ever heard."
I don't know if that's a dumb question.
That's not a dumb question.
When Carolina has had to go to their second goalie and made a change, and they've won the last 2 games with a change. So I think
I got the audio of that.
Oh, did you?
But in the context of it, do you think it's a bad question?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, he's kind of already answered it if you've been paying attention along the way during the playoffs. It's been Carter Hart's.
Yeah,
and there's been no second guessing that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so in that context, maybe it is a dumb question in his mind, and that's okay. But from the reporter's perspective in Carolina, probably the first question he's maybe ever asked towards, I don't know.
Right.
I don't think that's a bad question.
No.
Well, I think that's a grumpy coach.
I know he's stayed with Hart, but at the same time, you just lost a really bad game. You just looked really terrible on the ice. So it's not a bad question. It's you got to change something up. You're changing up the lines. Have you thought about changing up the goalie? Because he has given up a lot of goals.
Fair question.
At one point, Aiden Hill was beloved and hot as anybody in the NHL,
right.
and that's an afterthought at this point for Torts. But I remember the days when Aiden Hill was on a heater and he was doing great things in the net for the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, and so easily we forget what's in front of you. And we've been happy with Carter Hart. He's led us to the Stanley Cup. And I don't have a problem with Torts saying this response.
John, did you consider at all going to Aiden Hill in the third period, or was there any conversation or thought about it?
Christ, that could be the stupidest question I've heard.
John, did you consider at all?
This is so mean. Yeah, that's just him being grumpy. But that's Torts for you.
I mean, I don't think I think he might have got away with the question if he wouldn't have said the third period. And maybe if he just said for game 6, maybe. I don't think it changes much, though.
Yeah, he's been rock solid with Hart from the get-go. And if you remember back to the 2023 Stanley Cup playoff run where they hoist the cup, it was Laurent Brossoit, you remember him?
Yeah.
Was the starting goaltender before he got hurt. He was in the Winnipeg series, and then they replaced him with Hill, who kind of buoyed him to the cup run.
Right.
So change in goal happens all the time during the playoffs, which is why I think it's a valid question from the reporter. I mean, Hart's been lit up, 4 goals in every game of this series. So,
and, it was by far the Golden Knights' best first period of the series, I thought, last night. But then everything else after that, not the case. Gorgeous feed on the entry by Jack Eichel, the wraparound sleek give and go with
that was a good one.
With Hurdle at the blue line, and then Jack drives to the net, sends a perfect pass to Scorafia for the backdoor one-timer.
Yeah.
And Dorofia beats Bussy top shelf for his first point of the series and 11th goal of the playoffs. And I'm fired up, but man, Carolina answered so quick. That lead did not last long. And then that second period, they just took over, and now we're on to game 6, and the Knights are facing elimination. Do we want to? Yeah, let's play the Dorofiev goal, TA.
Okay.
Because he hadn't scored all series, and I love Scorafiev. And the debate before the game, we were out at Coral Canyon getting some final touches ready for our Utah State long drive, and I was talking to my son, and I said, I think Scorafiev is going to score. I thought it was him and Stone that would score for the Knights last night. And my son says, if you take an anytime goal, he won't score. If you don't take it, he will score. And
he did say that.
He did say that, and I didn't take it, and he scored the first goal of the game, a few minutes into the game. Here's how it sounded last night.
Oh, this is the second one, I think.
Oh, is this the second goal?
The second Dorofiev goal.
Okay, he had 2, yeah.
He did.
4 goals for a 5th consecutive game. Here's Theodore weaving in. A backhand. A rebound. Scores! Dorofiev has a goal to get Vegas one closer.
Good to see him right back in front of the net.
The business-like demeanor there of Dorofiev.
Right tight.
And at that point, with 6 minutes to go, the way this series is went, you're like, okay, they've cut the lead in half. There's still 6 minutes. And then when they got on that power play with about 2:19 on the clock, I was like, okay, if we can get one in the first 60 seconds of the power play, you never know.
Yeah.
The pressure really mounts on Carolina. They get on their hill of their skates, but we couldn't get one.
Yeah.
Just couldn't get one.
Get it.
6 on 4 there for a while when we pulled the goalie plus the extra less player for Carolina because of the PK. But like Tara said yesterday on the show, you got to stay out of the box, and the Knights did not.
Yeah.
And one was on McNabb, the other one was on Lazon. There was plenty of blame to go around.
McNabb
Stone had the 4-minute penalty with the high stick up above the visor to the face area. But I thought it was I think Torts is right when Lazon went to the box, and then moments later McNabb goes to the box, and then while Bill gets hurt, all there in that second, the things just kind of unraveled, and everything, all Uncle Mo went with the Canes.
Yeah. I'd agree. Yeah, I think that this becomes a really tough task now. You've got game 7, even if there is one, it will be back in Carolina, and that building was an absolute madhouse last night. I mean, people talk about the crowd pops and the noise in Vegas. They were really
It's a hungry fan base.
It's a hungry fan base. They haven't won since 2006. They've been in the conference final 4 out of the last 5 years. Sometimes when a team gets the monkey off their back, gets through that hump, sometimes they're unstoppable in winning the cup, because it taken them so long to get to this stage, and now they're here and they're trying to maximize their opportunity. And last night showed it. They're playing better right now. They're the better team right now.
And the Golden Knights just looked overwhelmed after those PKs, and then without William Karlsson for much of that third period.
But that's the speed. That's the speed of the Canes frustrating the Knights. The Knights are the bigger, more physical team. They're going to lay hits. They're going to be physical with you on the boards. They're going to be tough getting the loose pucks. But the speed of Carolina was kind of the X factor to this series in my mind, beginning it. because the Knights held off a really fast team in Colorado, a really fast team in Anaheim, but the forecheck is relentless of the Canes. They don't give up on any play. They're just right in your grill the whole time, back checking, forechecking, and Bussy played amazing. It's hard to win when a goalie only allows 2, and one was in a scramble in front of the net in desperation time.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Golden Knights recorded just 3 shots on goal after the power play, and they enter the third period down by 2 goals. And in that second period, they got outshot 10-5. I kept looking at the shots, and the Knights were like at 14 forever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they had a lot of shots and played great in the first. And in the second period, they got just 5 shots the entire 20 minutes.
And that wasn't the trend. Going into that game, they had outscored the Canes 9-1 in the second period.
And it had been the third period that the Canes had outscored them 10-3.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, but in the third period, when you get 3 power plays, that takes a chunk of time off the clock, and you don't get any opportunities. The first power play, I believe, was the hook by Jack Eichel, which somehow caused Ehlers to fall to the ice, so they get the tripping call. But Vegas killed that one off. But the Stone, when he caught, was it Chatfield up high? You know, taking his helmet off his head.
Yeah.
No call was made until Chatfield was down on the ice, and ultimately double minor.
Yeah.
Double minor. And then they killed the first 2 minutes, but then they converted in the second one on a spinning pass by Ehlers, who found
Savachnikov.
Yeah, because it was one of his 2 power play goals.
Yes.
Yeah. And then that was the dagger. That felt like the dagger last night. And look, even with the 3-goal deficit, I'm not saying, even though I said the Knights looked tired, they did continue to push. Shea had that backhand shot that led to the rebound with Dorofeev cleaning up. That's the play we just played for you. So he had both of the Knights' goals last night, but they end up losing 4-2. And this looks like, you know, a momentum has to be grabbed in Game 6. I mean, at this point, don't feel like all hope is lost for Knight fans out there.
No, I don't feel that way.
But with 2 straight wins, this has been where the Knights have taken control of series in this run to the Stanley Cup Finals. The Knights were down 2-1 to the Mammoth. They were down 2-1 to the Ducks, and then they won in 6 in both of those.
Yeah.
And now you're down 3-2 after 2 straight losses, and the Knights have not been on a situation or in a position where they're facing elimination in a Game 6. That has not been the case yet. And now they will for the first time Sunday night.
And they got another thing going against them, unfortunately. Sam Block, ESPN reporter on Twitter, the Block Spot. In order to win the Stanley Cup, the Golden Knights will have to beat the Carolina Hurricanes in back-to-back games. That feat has not been done, or the Carolina Hurricanes have not lost back-to-back games since January 13th.
And you got to do it without Wild Bill Carlson.
Yes.
You know, one of the original Misfits.
Yeah.
Back-to-back games is since January 13th. That's not a good trend.
Yeah. The offense just failed to execute last night. You can't put this all on Carter Hart for giving up the 4. He's been giving up 4, and you've been winning a couple of those shootouts.
Yeah.
The offense was the problem more so than Hart last night.
I'd say the penalties. That was the biggest deterrent to them winning the game. Yeah. I mean, I think that them literally giving 6 or 10 minutes of penalty time and 6 of that was in a one stretch of time. You go 6 minutes without generating any offense, which when you're on the PK, you're on your heels, you're just clearing the puck.
Defense.
It's rough. I mean, you can't generate chances. You can't get into the flow of the game. You totally lose yourself when you play 6 straight minutes of penalty kill time.
Well, and you do that without Wild Bill now, because he's the key piece for the Knights in the middle of the ice. He's a penalty killer. He's a power play guy. He's a winner. He's beloved. I mean, he's probably arguably my favorite Knight player since the beginning of that 2017 season. Yeah. I mean, he's a world-class player that's loved being in Vegas, and Vegas has loved him, and now he's out. This has to be gut-wrenching for that trainer to go to Torts. You saw the video clip if you watched the game last night. He said something. You saw Torts shake his head and say, you know, some superlative under his breath, like, oh crap, you know, like I think it was pretty clear at that point when you saw the medical trainer come over and tell Torts he's not available. That tells me, you know, dislocated shoulder with that hit against the boards. It's a broken collarbone, and he's going to be out for the rest of the series. Everybody else has to step up, though. And maybe it's a rallying cry. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I always say I believe in, you can rally for a fallen soldier or a teammate. I always believe in the story behind the team or inside the locker room. It gives you a little added motivation. So maybe I can spin this as a positive. But right now it feels like it just sucks that Wild Bill probably won't play the rest of the series.
Yeah, that's right. It's a tough blow for sure. And you look at just the way that, being that the Game 6 is in Vegas, that's a huge factor. That helps them a lot.
Is it Sayad?
Brandon Saad.
Is it Saad that probably is the guy that's going to have to fill the biggest role with Wild Bill not going in Sunday's Game 6, if that indeed does?
I don't know if Saad will get the call. He
coached Saad when they were in Columbus.
Yeah.
Riley Smith hasn't played since the second round, but he's an original leader of this franchise. He scored the cup clinching goal in 2023. He had a remarkable last-second goal last year against Edmonton. He's more of a defensive clutch play guy. I don't know.
He's been a healthy scratch since May 1st.
So that's what I'm thinking. It might be Saad more than Riley.
Saad's got speed. That's one thing about Saad is he can skate pretty well. And, he doesn't have a great shot. He's not a great playmaker, but he does have speed, and he could help you on the forecheck, maybe grind a little bit on the board, stuff like that. But, it's a big loss because Wild Bill's had, 2 goals in this series? At least one.
Has Rod Brindamore outcoached John Tortorella in this series? I would say he's been the better coach.
I think so, yeah.
He's made consistently the necessary adjustments throughout the series, and now you kind of feel like it's Tortorella. If he wants to win the Cup, he's got to make some adjustments. He's got to make the right call in this
and Tortorella, the game where he had the challenge that didn't work, that put the Canes on and he said he'd do it 10 times out of 10.
On the goalie interference.
Yeah, he said he would do it 10 times out of 10, and it led to the power play that ultimately brought the Canes back in the game and they'd win. So I think that Brindamore has been the better coach in this series. I would agree with you there.
Yeah. And now it's time to dig deep. It's time for Tortorella to figure out who probably has to fill. Although it's not official, it looks like Wild Bill is going to be out for the remainder of this postseason. That's the vibe we're getting.
And the lines have been shuffling since the Utah series, really. Yeah. He has not. We saw Stone with Barbashev and Eichel last night. We saw Eichel with Marner at parts of the game last night. Like, he's just trying to push whatever button's going to work, but right now,
whatever he did with Skorfiev was the only line change he made that worked last night.
Yeah,
everything else didn't really work. The Knights got to find a way. And the statement, Tortorella, the coach of the Knights, said, "I'm going to leave my clothes here. They're going to be at the hotel. Just give me a game 7. Just give me a game 7. I can't wait. Sunday night, Vegas will be rocking. The get-in price right now, Vegas probably going to be just as much or more than game 3 or 4. I would expect somewhere around, $700-800. Paulie, have you looked at the get-in price at all for the game?
I have not, but I'd assume with Vegas being down in the series, I remember in 2018, the prices went down pretty big when they fell down 3-1 to the Caps. But I could be wrong. I will take a look at TickPick right now.
661 is the cheapest I'm seeing. Up top, in the corner, behind the net, 709.
Okay.
So you're really about the same pricing that you had for game 3 and 4. Same ballpark.
Okay.
Same ballpark. Maybe some standing room only tickets you can get in for less than that. But if you want a seat, it looks like you're about $700.
If you want a suite, it's $128,000.
That's it?
Yeah.
You need a tax write-off for
a
anything?
16 person.
Yeah.
16 people, we could split it up.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm seeing $590.
$590 cheapest?
Yeah.
I just looked on TickPicks.
Okay.
I saw 661. So you're going to get different numbers, but around $600 to $700 it looks like, just to get in for a nosebleed seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, we're off and running. We got lots to get to today. A little bit more on the Brendan Sorsby situation. Spurs Knicks, get ready for Game 5. World Cup continues day 2 and day 1 for the United States men's national team. They'll be playing tonight at 7 o'clock against Paraguay. We've also got the Seahawks get their title rings Yeah, that's a good day for any Seahawks fans out there. So we got lots to get to when we come back. It's The Drive, off and running from the Finley Hyundai Studios. Great song right here. Welcome back on a Feel Good Friday. It is The Drive. Devin, Paulie, TA hanging out with you for your listening enjoyment. Thank you for locking us in, loading us up on the app, on the radio, on the website, on the YouTube live video stream. Paulie's rocking a Jumpman hat tonight. TA's rocking just a black shirt with what necklace is that? I don't know.
It's my surfing necklace.
It's a surfer necklace. Okay, I didn't know what to call that.
Yeah.
I've got golf attire on with my. What do I have? What hat is this? Do I have on? It's a Titleist American.
There you go.
America 250 hat. I'll call this my America 250 hat.
Nice.
I got the American flag rocking. We're gonna be in the sun all weekend. I'm gonna be out at the Utah State long drive. In fact, gonna go put the scoreboard up this morning after the show. We're gonna get out there and get the thanks to our sponsors signage all put up, and the tee. We striped the grid last night. Got the long drive grid ready. It might be the whitest grid we've ever had. I mean, we went edge to edge. I mean, we might be 80 yards wide for this grid. If you can't hit this grid with 6 balls, then you don't deserve your name on the leaderboard, because it is as wide as that number 10 hole at Coral Canyon will allow us to be. We've got the Roberts Insurance qualifying set up on the number 10 fairway, kind of off to the right side. We got a temporary flag with some I guess you'd call it yardage, a bullseye circle with which we call our accuracy zone, give you a chance to win. We got some Angelicas, we got some wing nuts, so you can win some of your entry fee back if you hit some really good shots on the tee box at number 10. So we're all fired up. 10 divisions. We've got the men's open division, which anybody can compete in. Professionals, amateurs, doesn't matter. It's the open division. Then the men's local amateur, that is set aside for amateurs or people that have never cashed in a world long drive competitive event before. Not a pro long driver. You can't compete in the open if you've competed in the last 7 years in the World Long Drive circuit, which has changed a lot over the years from the old Remax that used to be down in Mesquite. And then we've got 4 junior divisions this year, 14 and under boys, 14 and under girls, 17 and under boys, 17 and under girls. So, and I've heard we've got some juniors planning on coming out. So I'm really excited. I've been offering 50% off for any of the juniors that come out and participate this year. So instead of $20, just $10 to get in. Really want to build those junior divisions. So if you got kids that play golf, bring them out to number 10 at Coral Canyon. If they're, at the T-Box or Christensen Golf Academy or with Chris Mulhall's group, if they do any of that local, I'll even accept UJGA memberships. We junior divisions, we've cut the price in half this year. We just really want to see the young kids get out there and have a good time and grip it and rip it, get the adrenaline flowing and have some fun. And then we have the women's open division. We always need more women in the women's open division. Last year, Tara, we had 4 compete.
Yeah. 4.
I think 4 in the open. I would love to see that double. I'd love to see 8 to 10 women compete in the finals this year.
Yeah.
Then, of course, 40 plus, 50 plus, and a 60 plus division. I've had a few people like, where's the 65 plus division? Where's the 70 plus division? I'll tell you what, and I tell this to the competitors that email me or ask me about this, as kind of me and Marco are the tournament directors for this event. I'm like, if you bring 10 plus 70-year-olds, I'll create a division for you for next year. But until I see them show up, I mean, we already have 10 divisions.
Yeah.
So it's hard to keep going. And what if I do 70? Do I have to do 80 plus? Are they gonna come out in the droves from 80 plus? I mean, how many are we really gonna get? So I love some of the older competitors that come out and hit. We've had some over the years that have been coming for years and years, and now they're up over that 65, 70 range. I mean, we've been doing this for 22 years, and that's kind of where it sits. See, I mean, you got to start and stop somewhere. So we feel like we've got a lot of divisions, 10 total divisions for you to compete in, plus the Roberts Insurance hole-in-one shootout. How that works is the top 16 closest to in qualifying today and tomorrow, you will get into the finals on Saturday. If you get a hole-in-one, you win $250,000. You got to be one of the 16 closest to the pin, though, in qualifying. Now, if you want to just come out and do the Roberts Insurance Shootout, you can. Okay, you can. And then, of course, we've got the We Win Injury Law putting contest where 16 of you will have a chance to make 3 putts in a row. If you sink all 3, you win $5,000 cash. You got to make a 10-footer, a 30-footer, and a 50-footer. So everybody puts the 10. If you make it, you advance. Everybody still left puts the 30. If you make it, you go to the 50. And the first person to make the 50-footer wins the cash. So based on how you qualify, there'll be a pecking order there to see who putts first, second, third. Last year we had 2 people putt the 50-foot putt out of the 16 qualifiers and almost gave it away.
Yeah.
That is a lot more likely than the hole-in-one. I will tell you that much right now. So those are the details. If you want to read more on it, go to thefansportsnetwork.com, thefansportsnetwork.com, and you can get all the details on the 22nd annual 2026 Utah State Long Drive presented by Finley Subaru out at Coral Canyon Golf Course. It's Southern Utah's ultimate golf event. How far can you come crush a golf ball? Cannot wait. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, would you rather? Got a lot to get to here on the Fan Sports Network. Want to clear some time. We'll bounce around a little potpourri sports variety coming up next on a Friday. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is The Drive, brought to you by the Rev Golf Tour. And if you have not heard, there's a brand new golf tour in St. George. It's called the Rev Golf Tour. And if you go and check it out at therevstg.com, you can join right there. If you use DAD75, they've got a promo code to save you on a Father's Day gift idea. Use promo code DAD75, and you'll get $75 off your yearly Rev Golf Tour membership. They're just starting up this week, the Summer League. It's 8 scheduled golf rounds. Tara got her round in yesterday at Red Hills. Tara, it was okay. She said it wasn't her best putting performance, but she hit the ball pretty solid.
Yeah, I won't be posting that score, though.
There you go. Get out there and have some fun.
Oh, you should post it.
Well, no, because I did end up being by myself.
Yeah, but you got paired with another couple, didn't you?
Yeah.
You got paired up. I mean, you had somebody there. But anyway, regardless, good tune-up if you're not going to post that score.
Yeah.
You have
It
to
was a
play.
tune-up.
You don't have to play every week. So you play 5 out of the 8 weeks because we understand, the Rev understands that you're going to be busy on the go and whatnot. So they throw out 3 weeks, or if you no score 3 weeks, it's fine. They take your lowest 5 weeks if you're on vacation or whatnot.
Yeah.
So check it out. I'm going to be trying to sneak my round in maybe on Sunday, or I might miss this week with our Utah State long drive, but I'll be playing the summer tour. TheRevSTG.com.
Yeah.
Check it out. Dad75 to get $75 off. Great gift idea. Get him a golf membership that he can get out and play. Bunch of different courses. They're playing Coral, Copper Rock, Ledges, Conestoga. Wolf Creek, July 8th, for basically $100. It's $150, but you get a $50 gift card included in your green fees. So it takes that down to just $100 to play Wolf Creek, which, if you've never played it, is a fantastic track. So
That's
It is
right.
so fun.
I got an update on my golf pursuits.
Okay.
I got a text yesterday. I'm going to read this text from friend of the show, Dutchie. You know him well, right?
Yep.
He said, and I quote, Greasy has a left-handed set that he would send to you for just the shipping costs if you'd like to play.
Wow. Okay.
Backup set from my old friend Greasy. All these guys got nicknames. Sorry about that.
What's your nickname?
Stan Podlak. The guy from Space Jam, the Wayne Newton or the Wayne Knight character. Yeah, that's what they called him.
Podlak.
Yes.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. That was my college nickname.
You learn something on the show every single day.
But it's better. I think Stan Podlak's better than Greasy or Dutchie or Mangy, or we got so many different nicknames for these guys. So I made out pretty well, I feel like.
Yeah, yours is too long.
It's too long.
For a nickname, it's too long.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just going to start calling you Pode. Or Stan.
Or Stan,
Or Lack. Lack's not
Polly
good.
Walnut's another nickname of mine. So
Polly Walnuts.
Yeah,
I like
Polly
that better.
Walnuts. Yeah.
Devin, Dixon, Polly Walnuts, and Tara Atkin here on
There you go.
The Drive. Let's get to it right now. Brought to you by our friends at the Rev Tour, STG.com.
All right, we were just talking long drive. Let's start with long drive here. Win the amateur division of the 2026 Utah State long drive, or win the We Win Injury Law putting contest. Which one would you prefer?
Well, if there's still a winner if you don't win the 5,000. But are you saying you win the 5,000? I'm going to take the putting contest.
Okay.
We have a champion if we still don't make all 3. You have to make 3 putts in a row.
Yes.
To win the 5K. So are you saying just to be the closest to get to the 3rd putt and the closest to, or are you saying you sink all 3 putts? Because I'm taking the cash.
All right. Well,
I'm taking the cash, even though the bragging
let's
rights
rule
and
the
the
cash out. Just the title, title of the putting champion, or the amateur division of the long drive.
Well, if there's no money, then I would take the.
Yeah, I understand what TA's saying. She's saying, look, I'd rather pipe it than putt it. There's something rewarding about having a good short game, though.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
everybody
it
wants
wins.
to hit the ball so far nowadays.
That's right. People give back 5-6 strokes on the green, you know? They get there and then they give them back.
Yeah.
So
That was my whole problem yesterday. I was on in 1 or 2, and then I had 3 or 4 putts. So, yeah.
yes. So I'm going to go with the putting contest. I would want to be the more precision at putter because I feel like a long drive, you could get a hole to one time and just get a great distance on it, kind of outdrive yourself a little bit. But putting is a precision-based craft, so I'm going to go with the putting contest for me.
And I think that's what was so incredible about Tiger Woods was some of those long putts that he sunk that were just so exciting.
Yeah, the Nike just trickling over the end of the hole.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, winning major
30 footers
championships.
and
All right, so Tara's on the long drive. I'm on the putting contest. You break the tie.
Well, I mean, I've competed in the event before,
Yes,
so
you've placed in it, I think.
I like getting up on the grid. I like the adrenaline of trying to rip one.
Music blaring, Papa Roach going.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
All right, let's go to the next one then. All right. This weekend, will you view more of the College Baseball World Series or the RBC Heritage?
There's some guys trying to get into next week's U.S. Open, like a Tony Finau, who was one shot shy at the qualifying site. So there is that going if you don't have status and you didn't get in on golf's longest day into the U.S. Open.
Yes.
Finau is in a group tied for 6th, shot 5 under yesterday. The 6 unders are the leaders right now. It's early.
Yellow.
It's early. I know there's some guys making some moves out on the course, and now the lead, I think, is pushed up to 8 under by Eric Van Ryan. But I would say I would probably watch the College Baseball World Series. This is not a major. This is not a signature event. I do like this event, and Patrick Fishburne and Tony Finau are in that group of 5 under, so they got the Utah ties to it. And you know how much I love golf, but I still think I'd probably end up watching more of the College Baseball World Series this weekend. Next week, that will not be the case with the U.S. Open. I'll save all my golf viewing for our Natty.
Okay. All right. I think you all know where I'm going to go here with one of
West Virginia.
Yes, my team.
Mike Wazowski again.
Yes, he likes that. He's done that voice a few times now.
Country roads.
So one of the cool things about Omaha is there's a bar.
Belong,
Yes,
West
There you go.
Virginia.
I'll let you finish.
Mount Mama,
There you go.
take me home.
So if I could live bet,
Country roads.
all right, there we go. Just serenade me. There you
Didn't know. I don't even know all the words.
You don't know the words, clearly. But
John Denver does, though.
he does, and so do I.
Yeah.
I know them all.
And you
but-
probably sound better than I do,
But
too.
if I could live bet anything in the world right now, it'd be the Rocco's Jello Shot Challenge. Rocco's is a famous bar in Omaha, and they track, based on the shirt, the gear you're wearing, who you represent, and how many Jello shots you can take. And there's the live board right now. West Virginia got a late start. They're at 490, second place on the board. Behind
Ole Miss is
That's how many
destroying.
Jello shots they've taken?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, the fan base as a whole. So Ole Miss off to a big lead. But I believe in us. We're tougher than all
Must
fan
have been
bases.
an early flight of some rowdies that came in
Yes,
from
we got a town
Mississippi.
going. Yeah.
They must have had a red eye and then went straight to Rocco's.
Rocco's is a legendary spot in Omaha. They've done this Jello Shot Challenge for years. And Ole Miss off to a good start, but we will track this throughout the week.
1,437 Ole Miss Jello
That is
shots.
so much Jello, too. I
Yeah.
feel bad for whoever has to make them.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. We have a new live update on the Rocco's Jello Shot Challenge. This is an old picture. I have now found a newer one. And the Mountaineers doing what they need to do, closing the gap.
Oh, you set this up.
I did set it up a little bit.
You're
Yes.
setting this up.
Look at them come back, baby. 1471. They're climbing.
That's over
towards the-
$7,000 in just West Virginia $5 jelly shots.
And actually, Rocco's donates a portion of the proceeds to each school's food pantry for the students that can't
cool.
afford food and stuff. So this is pretty cool. So all those Broncos 1471, almost 1,500 shots consumed already. And I'm sure it'll be upwards of 10,000 by the end of the college baseball
By
World
the end of the
Series.
day, it'll be with this rate. Jeez.
Yeah, Paulie was there.
Yeah, West Virginia,
I hope
they like their alcohol.
I hope a lot of the Omaha students around the area put their Uber driving skills to test this weekend because there's going to be a lot of people that need a ride.
Yeah, it's mostly walking distance from Rocco's to the stadium, though. I've heard. So
good.
Pretty cool. So
Okay.
all right, that's just my little insertion there. But let's go to the next one here: the Knights 2023 Stanley Cup Championship ring, or the Seattle Seahawks newly minted 2026 Super Bowl rings.
Okay.
We have visual representation of both here.
Yep.
As this is a video the Seahawks, Ian Rappaport tweeted it out. This is from the official Seahawks account. These rings were made by Jason of Beverly Hills. And let's take a look.
Is that different than Tiffany & Co.?
And Austin's, yes. It's
Yeah.
a private, kind of smaller thing, but they've been doing more rings as of late. They did the Dodgers in 2020? Well,
Jostens did the
Oh, they
Dodgers.
did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not this Jason of Beverly Hills.
I think I've
Okay.
been following along on socials with the Seahawks being my beloved team. I think Jason of Beverly Hills has done 3 out of the last 5 Super Bowls.
Oh, okay. Maybe
I think he
that's
did the
what I'm
Rams and the Eagles and the Seahawks now. So I'm not too familiar with the behind the scenes, but the ring is so sick. I'm going Seahawks, Seahawks, Seahawks. Go Hawks!
Okay, so let's take a look at it first.
I don't need to see it. I've already seen
You've seen it,
But for our viewers and our listeners,
Look at the process. It's painstaking.
17 wins.
12th man. Was that a button?
Look at the forging.
And they got to do that times 53-man
well,
roster plus staff.
Plus staff, yeah.
Staff get smaller rings. Player rings and personnel rings are bigger and more flashy, I would say.
Expensive.
Yeah. More put into them than the staff rings. Pretty cool, though. Look at him forging. I mean, this is just... And that is
gorgeous.
And how they all come apart and everything, all
oh my
the
gosh.
different.
If you have not, for our radio audience, if you've not seen the Seahawks Super Bowl rings, they had a private event yesterday, unveiled them. They are breathtakingly beautiful.
Jason of Beverly Hills notable
Salivating.
rings. He did the Lakers in 09, 2010. He did the Golden State Warriors rings in 27-18. The Celtics in 2024. Did the Rams, Bucks, Eagles, and Seahawks in the NFL, and did the Rangers in the MLB. So those are the rings that Jason of Beverly Hills has done. More, Tiffany & Co., Jostens, the bigger names, but they've been picking up steam as of late.
Yeah. That's beautiful. And look, take nothing away from the Knights rings. They're pretty too. And I love the Knights colors. I always have. It's the same, scheme as my high school, my old Royal City Knights high school colors, the black and the gold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I love their rings, but that Seahawks blue just pops. The sexy silver. Ooh.
Don't all rings have silver
Sam
on them?
Darnold doing the one finger salute with that ring is just a beautiful sight
Yeah.
to
That'd be
see.
a good thing.
Yeah.
I wish we had
Tara,
more
which
of,
one do you like better?
I like the Knights better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the details about it. There was a video on the Knights ring that on the very front, it's the Knights logo, but it's encrusted with 67 diamonds, and that's the 67 games that they won, like in that season. And so there's like all of these details of like how many diamonds and all of this stuff
They
that
did the
goes into
same
it.
thing with the Seahawks.
I know. I just
ring.
haven't seen like all the details, but I'm not a Seahawks fan. I'm a Knights fan.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. The ring, the Seahawks ring has diamond sapphires. There's 3 special features. The centerpiece includes the pair of Lombardi trophies because they have 2 Super Bowl wins. They sit behind a Seahawks logo, which has 50 round white diamonds in a nod to 2025 being the team's 50th season.
Right.
The trophies and logo are surrounded by the blue sapphire. And I think the blue sapphires really make this ring pop. And then on one side of each player's ring is his name and number shown above the letters MOB, a mantra the team adopted last season that stands for Mission Over Bulls.
Yeah.
And then on the other side is the 12 is 1. So another saying is a salute to the 12th man
All right.
and the fans.
I like that, buddy.
So there's a bunch of little integral, one of the special features is a 12 flag button that when you press the button,
That is cool.
it releases and expands the lumen field arches that sit in either side of the centerpiece. So pretty cool stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Hour 1 of the books on the drive. Hour 2 coming up when we come back. baby. Put your rally caps on for hour 2 here on the Fan Sports Network. I got my hat on backwards. I'm ready to rally. It is long drive day today. Utah State Long Drive Championship qualifying day 1 starts at Coral Canyon Golf Course this afternoon. We'll see you there. Walk up registration. Just come on out. Starting at 3 o'clock. We'll see you on the number 10 tee box. Coral Canyon. Come check in. Walk up registration, go hit some balls. We'll get you back up on the tee, and let's see how far you can hit a golf ball. Let's check the storylines, the headlines in a second. But first, they still have not, as of right now, found the main rock number 1 for the Summit Rock Hunt. And boy, oh boy, We've got the clue that just got released, and I think this is going to be found here in a matter of an hour or less. So if you want to, I don't know if you guys were driving around town yesterday. I was running all over town. There was a lot of red shirts, rock hunters, kind of over by the Dixie Convention Center along the trails and stuff. There's the Skull Rock over there, but lot of fun. The rock hunt is going on, and maybe it just got found. In fact, it looks like I'm getting an update right now that a family, a young couple with a couple kids, has found the rock. But don't worry, we got another one dropping on Monday.
Hey, good for them. They finally found it.
Congratulations to Tristan Klein. Tristan Klein, Summit Rock number 1 has just moments ago. This just came in as I was starting to talk about it. Tristan found it. Wearing the official Rock t-shirt when he found it, so he wins the $10,000. And that means the hunt for Summit Rock number 2 worth another $10,000 begins on Monday.
Awesome. Good for them.
Yeah. On a Feel Good Friday when
that
you
one took
find
forever.
a rock and make, dude, one clue a day, and we got all the way to the 5th clue this morning, and they just barely found. I was about to read the clue. Of course, they posted at 7 a.m. at the summits on the socials. Make sure you like the discussion page on Facebook. A lot of fun. Congratulations to Tristan and company. And will you get out and hunt for rock number 2? Then the 3rd rock will be, I think it's Saturday. It'll be a special Saturday hunt. June 27th will be the final Summit Rock.
Nice.
Each rock worth $10,000. But yeah, I mean, we've seen the rock found on 1 or 2 clues on the very first day. This time it got all the way to day 5 before Tristan just found it this morning. So congratulations to Tristan. That's a way to start up your weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's check in on the headlines and see what's trending. Here we go. Brought to you by Zag. Protect it better. 2 St. George, 1 Cedar City Zag locations. World Cup got underway last night. A lot of red cards in the Mexico game. We were watching the Vegas Golden Knights game, so I didn't get to see anything but the highlights. South Korea beat the Czech 2-1 in the other game. USA plays tonight at 7 o'clock. Will you watch, Paulie?
Yes.
Okay.
I will.
Tara, will you watch tonight? USA World Cup Soccer.
Probably. I'll tune in a little bit.
Yeah. You're going to be bouncing around?
Yeah.
Okay. I will be checking score updates, maybe put it on my phone, but I'm going to be on the tee box at Coral Canyon, so it's going to be hard for me to just...
we're going to be out there.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to just lock in and watch the entire game, but I'll be checking in on it. That's how I would categorize that. I am excited to see how Christian Pulisic and the USA does in the World Cup. Can they get out of the group stage? Of course, the hockey last night. Paulie, how would you summarize a Carolina 4-2 win over the VGK?
Yeah, the big guns all chimed in. Aho once, Svechnikov twice, the captain Jordan Stahl again, and they win 4-2. It was kind of a probably the least impressive effort from Vegas this entire series. They looked a little scattershot out there. Really, the only glorifying moment of the game was in the first period when Jack made that nice pass and set up Dorothea for the goal on the doorstep. But other than that, it was an ugly game. A lot of penalties. It was just really kind of unorganized from the jump. They looked a little bit for lack of a better word, out of sorts.
Tired.
Yeah,
just weren't buzzing like they had been.
No, and Carolina was.
And it was hard because of the penalties. And the Wild Bill injury did not help things in any way, shape, or form. Looks like he may be lost for the series. Pavel Dorofeev scored both goals for Vegas, his first 2 goals. But how about Brandon Bussey? First goaltender in NHL history to make first 2 career playoff starts in the Stanley Cup and win both games. That had never happened before. How about this well-traveled? He's not rookie of age, but he is a rookie in the NHL.
27 years old.
Yeah, he's older. He's been in the game for a long time.
AHL, ECHL, he's been around, and he found his way onto the Canes roster, won 31 of 39 games this season. In the regular season, a lot of people thought he was the better goalie in the regular year, but they go with Freddie, and I think we all believe he's hurt. I think Frederick Anderson not dressing the last 2 games probably indicates that he sustained some sort of injury. But Bussey's been playing great. So that is the top headline of the day. Here's another headline. How about this one from Texas Tech? In a 20-plus minute video released Thursday night, Texas Tech officials defended their integrity and reiterated their support for quarterback Brendan Sorsby amid widespread criticism from the rest of the Big 12 Conference and other corners of college sports to the likelihood of the quarterback playing for the Red Raiders this fall. And this is a really interesting one. We have a video of Texas Tech President Lawrence Chovanec on gambling rules. If you just refresh, it'll be up at the top. It's Lawrence Chovanec on the gambling rules for Brendan Sorsby, for all athletes. He makes kind of a blanket statement on how things have changed, from the 70s, 80s, 90s to today. He kind of he's trying to protect his guy the best he can in this 20-plus minute. This is an excerpt from that yesterday from Texas Tech President Lawrence Chovanec.
Circumstances in their individual case, you see things differently. Now, we did ask the NCAA to consider modifying or changing their policies when we wrote that letter welcoming him back. But I think we have to recognize that the rules in place now were made long before there were millions of young people walking around with a legal gambling apparatus in their pocket, and that our consideration today needs to take into account the fact of medically diagnosed conditions and the circumstances in which they live. And so I'm very proud to be sitting here with these colleagues supporting Brendan, but that support goes way beyond this room.
Interesting. Gambling legal gambling apparatus in their pocket was his quote. The rules were made long before there were millions of young people walking around with legal gambling apparatuses in their pocket. Is that a reason to give him a break?
No.
Look, the rules are the rules. He broke the rules.
Yeah.
Yes. But
the well-being of the student athlete, the $5 million they're scheduled to pay him, his career maybe towards the NFL, this story is crazy to me.
Yes.
And look, I give Texas Tech credit for, getting 5 of their, leaders together and taking this head on and at least addressing their stance on things, because I think that things that got, convoluted and jumbled, and there was a lot of misinformation out there, and it was nice to hear their side of the story. I just still think there's consequences to your actions. And at the end of the day, Texas Tech is backing their guy. And I can respect the loyalty aspect, but and everybody's admitting he did this. Everybody's admitting the mistake. Why are we letting Brandon Sorsby get off scot-free in this? I don't understand why he's different than anybody else who's been penalized in past years caught gambling.
Yeah.
That's the question that Texas Tech never did answer, other than, hey, we're so worried about his well-being.
That he's got an easy apparatus.
Yeah, so does every professional athlete. So does every other college student.
Yeah.
And they didn't break the rules.
Everyone's got a cell phone. So
I do feel like with the $90,000, this kid, he was a habitual gambler, and he does need some help to try to break that cycle.
And I don't know that playing in football games is the best cure for him.
No, like, go get ready for the NFL draft. Somebody might still take a shot at you.
That's right. The supplemental draft is there for a reason. You know, he should have gone that route. Now this is open Pandora's box, and we could be looking at a new frontier.
He's probably like turned this all over to Texas Tech and his legal team at this point in time.
He hasn't said a peep.
No,
he has not said one word, and he's probably being advised by Texas Tech and his team of lawyers, agents, whatever, to just stay totally silent.
Yes. But I don't think it's as easy as you think for coaches and conferences to just not play Texas Tech.
Yeah, we got a quote from this is their AG, Cody Campbell, who is the big oil money guy, kind of driving everything for the Texas Tech. Yeah, that's it. This is what Dan Dakich, or Dakich, however you say it. He's on Outkick.com talking to Cody Campbell, relating to other teams not wanting to schedule them. And this is what Cody Campbell had to say.
If the college football committee bans Texas Tech, because you got to think about these things down the road, would Texas Tech be ready to sue if that happens with the college football playoff?
100%. I mean, like, again, they can't collude together and say, we're not going to allow you to play. That's an antitrust violation. I don't know if you've seen the litany of cases that the NCAA has lost over the last few years. They've been lost on those grounds.
Yes.
You can't do that.
So his answer to them, other schools wanting to cancel playing them, not schedule them, his answer to that is just go back to court. Go back to court. If we have problems, go back to court. We'll find a judge somewhere, someplace that'll say, nope, these teams have to play you. So that's what the college world has become now. If you don't like your initial ruling, just go to another court and see if they'll reverse it or change it or give you a different what you want to hear. So it's a really concerning time in college sports, to say the least.
I to say the least, yes. Yeah. Yes,
because we've had the NIL, we've had all this, we've had private jets and kids driving Lambos and all that stuff, and I thought that was a little appalling. But now that we've got a kid that's literally placed $90,000 worth of wagers, 9,000 total bets, and on a team that he was suiting up for, not playing albeit, but suiting up for. This is a big deal. I think it's comparable. I said it before, to Pete Rose being able to play baseball, or not be excommunicated from the baseball world.
Other sports headlines: Knicks are on the verge of their first title since 1973. Knicks hold a, commanding 3-1 lead over the Spurs, and I think the world, the country, NBA fans, basketball fans have been going off about OG Anunoby's Game 4 heroics.
Yeah.
And now the question is, how do the Spurs respond? And can New York finally end their 53-year championship drought?
Big one.
Yeah.
OG, who was, I believe, close to 100-1 for the MVP in the finals. I'm checking on his odds right now. He's got to be one of the top guys.
I would think he'd be down to 10-1.
He might be 10-1. Might be the second guy right behind Brunson. But the awards right now, Jalen Brunson minus 110 to win the finals MVP. Right behind him at plus 210 is OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
So he has moved up the finals MVP race.
Yeah, he's been solid all series long.
Really good.
Brunson had his best game at 36, but OG hit a bunch of threes. He's been clutch.
The tip-in heard round the world.
The tip-in is the icing on the cake, but it's the other stuff that really qualifies and backs up his case for him to surge like that in the odds.
And I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking about that tip-in. It wasn't just a 1-foot tip-in. He tipped it from like 3-4 feet out.
Yeah.
That was a tough tip.
Yeah.
So, and he finds a way to get it in the basket. So OG Anunoby is your second favorite, only behind Jalen Brunson for the MVP in the finals.
And look, sports fans, this is a great sports weekend. You're getting a rare Triple Crown weekend. You got the Stanley Cup final Sunday night, Game 6 in Vegas.
Yeah.
NBA Finals, Game 6 in San Antonio is tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. And then you got the USA Men's National plus all the FIFA World Cup games. It's all happening simultaneously this weekend. So, sports bars and broadcasters and journalists. I mean, you're juggling wall-to-wall coverage of some major championship events. And then we get to the U.S. Open next weekend, which is a big one for me. I love our national championship. So U.S. men's national team faces enormous expectations. They play tonight, 7 o'clock. And with players like Christian Pulisic and Tyler Adams and Weston McKennie, all these guys are in the prime of their years. Expectations are higher than ever. And a lot of people think this is a very important run and moment for American soccer, right?
Yeah,
American soccer. There are 48 teams, 2 from every group get out of it, plus the top 8 after that. So then you go to the round of 32.
Yeah.
Then down to 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1. 104 total matches. The first 2 games were played yesterday.
Yes. In the Paraguay-U.S. game tonight, U.S. plus 110, Paraguay plus 290, a draw plus 220.
Yeah.
So
I hate that. You have to worry about a tie.
Yeah.
You have to bet a tie. They get you on that.
They do get you there.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
It's unfair. Why do they even allow that?
Yeah.
You know?
All right. Those are some of your big national headlines. One local headline I wanted to add in, Utah Tech men's basketball. The big news we talked about early in the week was Christian Gibson, the 4-star out of Houston.
Yeah.
Choosing Utah Tech over some other big schools to come be the big man on campus here at Utah Tech. They also added a Utah high school forward from up north named Jax Clark. Jax Clark committed. They're headed to the Big Sky. He's out of American Fork, played for the Cavemen.
Yeah.
So,
he's a 6'7", 210-pound power forward. You mentioned American Fork, had offers from Utah State, SUU, Utah Tech, a bunch of in-state schools.
Yeah.
So good to see, Utah Tech getting another big guy, 6'7" swing guy. I like that, power forward.
Yep. And there's going to be at least 4 local kids on this team. Like Owen Mackey from Snow Canyon, Kyle Lemke from Dixie,
Yes.
Vandermeide from Desert Hills. You've got some local flavor on this Utah Tech men's basketball roster after Coach Judkins, Coach Schroeder, Coach Morris, Coach Staley all had to go out and really hit the recruiting trails with so many open roster positions this offseason. We are going to work on next week getting maybe Christian Gibson and or John Judkins on the show to kind of put a bow on, because I think they're not done with this recruiting period, but they've got the gist of it done, the bulk of it done, where I think they've got enough work in. We got a lot of guys to talk about and learn about, and it would be great to get one of the new recruits as well as Coach Judkins on the show. So we'll work on that for you for next week. That's your top 8 at 8. Brought to you by Zag, 2 St. George, 1 Cedar City location. Protect your phone better. Get screen protectors, cases, all come with a warranty, charging accessories, charger packs for the house, for the car, for on the go, plus a bunch of other things at your local Zag. Don't zig, just Zag. We'll take a break. We'll come back. A little bit on Knicks Spurs game 5 tomorrow. We can add a little bit more on what we saw last night and what we learned in game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Is again, Carolina beat the Knights 4-2 to take a 3-2 lead. And then I do want to talk a little bit more about the USA Paraguay game. Maybe we can get into some of the props and some more on that. It's our U.S. men's soccer team for the first time in the World Cup on American soil playing Paraguay. So all that and more coming up. Don't forget, today is the day for our qualifying at the Utah State Long Drive. This is our big window of qualifying. This is where we transfer more people into the finals. If you pay and you get through today, you transfer right into the finals. You do not have to pay for the finals. So you come out, you pay $20.
Yeah.
You hit one, you put it on the leaderboard. If it holds up by the end of the night, you're straight to Saturday night's finals. If you don't hold up, you can come back after the charity scramble to benefit the Desert Hills boys golf team. And that last chance qualifying window is a little smaller. We don't take as many people to transfer in, but we do have it going from 1 to 3 p.m. tomorrow at Coral Canyon Golf Course. So qualifying in all 10 divisions, qualifying in the shootout, and qualifying. So the top 16 that go putt for the $5,000 and the top 16 in the Roberts Insurance Shootout that will shoot for the $250,000 if they get a hole in one. That is not finalized tonight. That is not finalized till 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And so if you leave, you're going to want to make sure you call the pro shop or check back or check our socials with the leaderboard updates so you don't miss out on a chance to win some cash or compete in the finals on Saturday night. More details, you can find them at thefansportsnetwork.com. We do have room for one more last-minute team, even two. I think we're sitting at 28 teams for our charity scramble. We were gunning for 30. We lost a team yesterday. So if you wanted to sign up, you would need to do that today. And you need to do that as soon as possible because there's only those 2 slots left. So if you're listening right now and you want to get up early tomorrow morning and play, and by the way, Tara, tell everybody how nice the course looked when we were painting the grid last night.
It looks amazing.
Me and Tara looked at each other.
It is
And we were
pristine. I was like, dang, look at that fairway.
I looked over to 2. I looked down at the mow pattern on 10. I looked over to the 12 and 13. Up the hill on, 13? I was just like, I want to play right now.
Yeah.
So for $100, you get a 7 a.m. shotgun start. We got some nice prizes. Everybody that plays in the tournament's going to get a $50 gift certificate to Zag just for playing. We're going to have a long drive contest closest to the pin. On the course contest, we got a Blackstone grill you could win. We're going to come out and have some fun with some of the Desert Hills golfers that are on the team we're fundraising for. You're going to love it. It's only $400 a team. That is the cheapest scramble in town.
Ever.
Yeah. I mean, most of the scrambles now were, $600, $800, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, even up to $2,000 plus dollars. I saw a scramble this spring that was $10,000 a team. That was the entry fee out of Black Desert. And so for $400, you get 5 hours of just pure fun, and the course is absolutely dialed in. You'll have a chance to win some cool raffles, meet the golf team, compete out on the course, and have a good time. So we'll see you at Coral Canyon. But if you do want to sign up your scramble team, we need you to call over to the golf shop today as soon as possible. So make some calls, send out a couple texts, and we got 2 slots available, but we need to get those filled probably before 5 o'clock today. So we can get the cart signs ready and add you to the list. And we'll see you at Coral Canyon. Day 1 of qualifying today, 3 o'clock. Again, the other headline we led with, Tristan and his wife and 2 kids found the rock this morning wearing the Summit shirt. 10,000. This was Main Rock number 1. The hunt for Main Rock number 2, another $10,000 will be on the line on Monday. Make sure and tune in on Coney Country, The Hawk, Planet, The Fan, Sunny, as well as, get on that Summit Rock Discussion Facebook page so you get all the details. You can go out and have some fun, get some exercise in disguise, and maybe it will be you next. Somebody's going to win that $10,000. May as well be you. And it's fun to be a part of that. Again, it's become a St. George tradition presented by Summit Athletic Club. We'll take the break. We'll be right back. Hey, we're back. I didn't realize we were back. I didn't have my headset on. Hi, everybody. Devin, Dixon, Paul, Ratliff. What was that nickname? Walnuts?
Polly Walnuts?
Polly Walnuts.
That one, yeah.
Polly Walnuts and Pterodamus. And I have multiple nicknames from back in the day. Back in the day, Deluxe was kind of my call. Yeah, the college Ben and
I
Gabe
heard from him. Yeah,
and I don't know why they always said Deluxe.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I would call
That's a
you
good one.
Double D when I first moved.
A lot
here,
of people default
but
to that.
I just dropped the D. I just go double now.
Double.
I like that
Yeah.
because I think Gabe was. He's big on that too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Anyway, we're here hanging out with you on a Feel Good Friday. Thanks for locking us in, loading us up. We've got. I want to jump around a little bit between the World Cup, the Knights, and the NBA Finals here. And I want to start. We really haven't talked about the finals too in depth, but obviously we saw what happened with Anunoby's tip in. We saw the 29-point deficit dissipate and the Spurs blow that game. And they've been very resolute and they've said all the right things in the media, but I just wonder how fragile this San Antonio team is tomorrow night going back to San Antonio. I really am intrigued. Of all the games in this series for this young roster, this might be the most intriguing from a Spurs fan perspective to see how they respond.
Yeah.
Like, do they wither and crumble? Can the Knicks really go to San Antonio and win for a third time in this series and just rip their heart out? Or can they show some grit and some resolve and make a series of this and get it back to Game 6 in New York? I don't know. I have my doubts. I want to believe that San Antonio is the better team in moments in this series. I mean, like we were saying yesterday, recapping the game from the other night, in the first half, you were thinking Knicks are not going to win another game in this series, and San Antonio in 6. And then by the end of the game, you're like, this is over. That's a game you can't recover from, and now it's the Knicks in 5.
Yeah.
And that's what one half of basketball has led me to.
Yeah.
How does Wimby and Castle and Vassell and Dylan Harper, who's a star in the making in this league, how does this young roster respond? That is the million-dollar question. The books think they're going to respond. They have the Spurs favored by about the same as they did back in Game 1, about 5 points.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Seen that.
5.5. That was kind of your Game 1 line.
Yeah, but we saw how Game 1 went.
And remember, San Antonio was minus 200 favorites to win the series. Minus 190, 200, weren't they, to start before this series started?
That's right.
And the Knicks now have the commanding 3-1 lead. Yeah. With the tip in heard round the world. From OG. Who names their kid OG, by the way?
Original gangster.
Yeah. Probably an OG.
But what parent? Yeah. Okay. Well said.
Maybe he's OG the second.
Why?
Yes. OG the second.
Why
I like that.
would you name? I like the name.
I don't think Google's going to give you an answer to that one.
ChatGPT.
I don't think they're going to give you an answer to why he's named OG, but maybe. What does it say? Just humor me.
He was born in no. I have the answer, Paul.
Oh, you do?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not original gangster. Good guess, but
I knew that wasn't right. It's just what it stands for.
it isn't a nickname.
Okay. All right. It's his real name.
It is his real name. He was born in England to Nigerian parents. OG comes from his Nigerian name. His family has explained that it isn't short for original gangster. You are dead wrong. Or any slang meaning that American sports fans often assume. Imagine naming your kid OG in 1997 and 30 years later he's hitting clutch shot in the finals and people are like, how did he get the name OG?
OG. I like that.
It's really his name, OG.
It's derived from his real name, which
It's
I'm
not
sure is
short for something. Like,
it could be. I don't know what the actual given what is, but I think it's OG. But it's not standing for
OGUGUA is his real name. I'm not even going to try that, but I like OG.
No. What is it, Paulie? I want you to try. I want you to try.
Ogioa Anunoby Jr. is his real name.
OG Jua? OG Gua?
OG Goa, Jua, I don't know. But OGUGUA is how his real
Nobody
name
could
is
say
spelled.
that, so that's why he's went through OG throughout his basketball
yes.
career.
Yeah.
OG much easier than OGOA.
OG Jua.
Jua. Well, it's got an A, not an O.
OG.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
OGU.
But it is not, I wanted to set the story straight. It is not original gangster as indicated previously.
Yes. Not a true guess. Just putting 2 and 2 together guess.
Do you think,
He is kind of an OG, though. I like it.
Yeah.
what do you think OG has to do in game 5, potentially 6, to take the MVP honors away from Jalen Brunson?
I think Brunson's got to shoot less than probably 38, 30. Have another game where he kind of chucks a little bit, high volume, but not a lot of points, but on a lot of shots. I think if OG can have a really succinct shooting percentage, play a good two-way game, he's had some blocks, steals, a lot of rebounds. I think he's been the more influential singular player in this series than Brunson, even though everyone looks at the
still
point
the favorite.
totals. Yeah, because everyone looks at the point totals, obviously. Points are what win games.
Let me give you the stat breakdown. You tell me who you would vote for today.
Yeah, do it. Don't tell me who's who. Well,
Okay.
actually, I'll be able to guess.
Okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's go.
You're trying to make it so I can't
how am I going to
guess.
disguise this?
Because if you go
I don't think
points,
you
I know
can.
instantly, and rebounds.
Yeah,
and
you're going to
it's
know.
kinda
You're going to
hard.
know.
All right.
Jalen Brunson,
Yes.
26.5 points.
All right.
OG, 23.8.
Okay.
So
closer than I thought.
Not a huge discrepancy.
Yeah.
Less than 3 points difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Rebounds per game, OG 5.5. This is just the final statistics, by the way. And Jalen Brunson 2.5. Assists, Brunson 7.3. OG 1.3. Field goal percentage 39.6 for JB. OG 58%.
Yeah. That's the big disparity.
3-point field goal percentage. OG 5% better than, or let's see, 19% better, than Brunson. 55.6% from 3 in the finals for OG Anunoby, and 34% for Jalen Brunson.
Well, that's what I was saying with my initial point, is that if he shoots less than 38% to already compile with the low percentages previous to this final game, maybe if they do wrap it up in 5, I think OG's riding the wave right now. Even though he's not the favorite odds-wise in the books, I feel like if he has even a decent, to above average game, he's right in the mix. It's probably a coin flip who wins.
I mean, if you're looking at Brunson and you think he's the MVP, it's because he handles the ball more, he touches the ball more, he's ball dominant, he leads the series in points and assists, he's a dog. Clutch fourth quarter stretches, even going back to game 1, and then he was terrific in game 4 as well.
Yeah.
But OG has entered the conversation.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
He's been far more efficient. He's guarding multiple positions. He's got the signature moment of the series. So I don't think it's a crazy debate for us to talk about who's had the better finals so far for the Knicks. And maybe the best player still is Brunson, but Anunoby's got the better stat line and has been the more versatile and the bigger storyline.
Yeah.
If you really read between the lines.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
So this is going to be interesting to see what they do tomorrow night. I mean, against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Yeah, I'm done doubting the Knicks. I think they're going to do it. I think they are going to do it. It's just a magic team. There's sometimes teams of destiny in sports where, there's a certain thing or certain non-quantifiable qualities of this team.
Yeah.
They just don't quit. I mean, if you're down 29 points, you got to have the other team help you to get back in that game. You got to have some errors made by the Spurs, some mistakes, but to come back from 29 points in a final series, that rips your heart out. I think even though 6 points is the line, I like the Knicks money line.
Yeah.
If there is a way to get Wemby that 40-20 game, this would be the one tomorrow night.
And he even said that he was a little bit too high after the Western Conference Finals, Wemby. He said I was riding kind of a high through that, and maybe we weren't as locked in as we should have been in game 1 and 2. So, I think he could have a generational game and get them back in this series, but I lean Knicks to win the game.
Yeah. Will the Knicks be crowned champs?
Tomorrow at 6:30, we find out.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I mean, there's so many storylines. Mike Brown, journeyman coach.
Ultimate retread.
Was in Cleveland, was in Sacramento. I mean, bounced around the league.
Yeah, how many teams? Let's do over-under. How many teams has Mike Brown coached for?
I don't know, but Popovich was in San Antonio for so long, and Mike Brown, compared to a Pop, I mean, it's a different storyline. It's a different journey, to say the least. I would say 5.
So
Lakers.
We're not accounting assistant coach, right? Just head jobs.
Yeah, I mean, I would say just head jobs.
So he was with Cleveland with LeBron. Everyone remembers that in his infancy of his career. Then he went to the Lakers. In 2011-12 through 14.
Back to Cleveland.
Then to Golden State.
As an assistant.
Oh,
that's why I forgot that.
And then Sacramento again as a head guy, and then the Knicks as a head guy. So it would be, the number should be 3.5, because what is that? 4 teams he's coached.
Well, Caps twice.
Yeah.
What a journey for Mike Brown.
Yeah.
And Mitch Johnson, young coach, took some heat for that second half. There was plenty of heat to go around for everybody.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox probably took a little bit more even than coach, because coach can't, tell him to dribble out the clock or get fouled, or actually don't double team when Wemby's guarding Jalen and leave OG unattended. Whatever. Well, I'm done piling on De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, I think everyone's done that just about everywhere. So
yeah,
we did a little bit of that yesterday.
If he drives in and gets an and one, I mean, he seals it. And so you got that scorer's mentality, that winner's mentality. It just backfired on that offensive play.
And I think I used
all
to
he needed
always
to do was get fouled. And
I
go to
used
the
to
line.
always say Eagles fans were the worst, right? I mean, I've been to games with Eagles fans in Washington. I've been to Philly before. It's a nightmare.
Division rivalry.
It's a nightmare
For your team. So I gotta take this with a grain.
Oh, come on. You don't think Philly fans are bad? But how about this from when we got the video of it, as I don't think we can play the audio because it's a big mass of people and there could be some curse words, but the video is just what we need to see. As Wemby was walking back to the team hotel the other night.
So bad.
I wondered if
these are animals. These are animals.
I wondered
on the street.
if, when I first saw this video, I wondered if this was AI generated.
Yes, it's real.
But then the reports came out this did really happen.
This did happen. So this is him walking back to the team hotel. It's only about a 10-second clip, but as you see, the egg comes in. He doesn't even look back, just keeps walking.
Lots of eggs, yeah.
And they're obviously saying some choice words and giving him the finger and such, but
they were jumping on the bus so it couldn't leave, and you guys are just horrible.
I mean, it hit him right in the head.
Yeah.
And that's why it's hard for me to root for the Knicks.
These are not real Knicks fans. These are idiots.
No, these are real Knicks fans.
These are
these are hooligans.
These are still their fan base. Like, even after their loss the other day, beating up Spurs fans. Like, this is ridiculous.
I know, but we always have the conversation. We've had a lot with BYU. When BYU has the Mormon chant going.
Yeah.
And it's always a few pockets of stupid, drunk fans that then your whole fan base gets labeled. So these are not true Knick fans. These are idiots. These are hooligans. I'm not going to go down that road.
There's a bunch of them, though.
There's
a lot.
I mean, there was 21 arrests or something after the game the other night or something at the end of the day. 5 more in the morning.
Arrested more.
Yeah.
They should have.
Act like you've been there.
I mean, what
they
about
haven't won a championship in 53 years?
What
They're
about after they
idiots.
lost in Game 3 and there's a guy with a street sign just running around hitting Spurs fans with a stop sign? Like,
did you see
have some class? Come on.
They haven't. But did you see the guy that threw the caution cone and it landed on the other guy's head?
We actually need to play that. That is one of the coolest.
That was probably the coolest clip that I saw where nobody.
Oh my gosh!
Hold on,
you see that one,
I'll get it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Here it is. I found it.
That clip is worth showing for anybody watching the show this morning with us.
Bullseye.
I mean, he throws it 20 feet in the air, flipping end over end, and the caution cone goes right over the other guy's head.
Yeah, there it is.
Just behind the back, got
him. Bullseye.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that was so
pretty good.
I mean, I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's just having fun, but throwing eggs and all that stuff in the bus
and actually beating people up,
throwing an egg at
come
Wemby.
on,
like, come on,
yeah,
come on. Yeah. All right,
it's
we got to take a break. When we come back, final thoughts on the Triple Crown of sports this weekend with the World Cup, the NHL, and the NBA. We'll get you ready for the weekend. Stick with us. Yeah, we are live on the Fan. Thank you, voice guy from wherever you came from. Devin, Paulie, and Tara. And we are final segment for us on a Friday, Feel Good Friday, as I like to say here on the Fan Sports Network. Today, just a reminder, Utah State Long Drive presented by Finley Subaru. Qualifying starts at 3 o'clock at Coral Canyon Golf Course on hole 10. We will get you registered. Walk-up registration is available. First come, first serve. I don't know. The wind yesterday when I looked, supposed to be about 7 out of the southwest, so it's going to be kind of a crosswind, I'm hoping. And it's only 7. That's what the weatherman said. Now, whether that ends up being accurate or not, I don't know. And the same kind of report tomorrow: southwest wind, 7 miles. So if that stays like that, that is going to. If you can hit a high draw, we could have some big numbers this weekend out of Coral Canyon.
Yeah,
for some of the draw big hitters. Come on out and hit 10 divisions. Just compete in. Junior divisions are 50% off this year if you're a JAG member. If you go to one of the, if you have a membership at T-Box or Christensen Golf Academy, or if you have a membership through the USGA, or you're one of the Champ X kids with Chris Muhal. I really want to see these youth divisions. So if you're a parent listening to the show right now, or you got a nephew, or you got a neighbor, and you know they love golf, or they want to get into golf, and you want to come out and have, we got a 14 and under boys and girls and a 17 and under boys and girls. But we have kids that come out of that are 10 years old and compete with the 14-year-olds all the time. So bring your kids out and have a good time with us. Entry fee for the kids division is just $10 this year.
Nice.
I want to see those grow. We always need more women in the women's division. Last year we had 4. I would love to see that double. Am I asking too much to see it doubled to 8?
No.
I think that's doable.
That's reasonable.
Come on, ladies.
Yeah. It's reasonable.
Come take TA down.
Right?
Are you decided? Are you hitting?
Yeah, I am.
Tara's hitting.
Of course I am.
Come compete with TA.
Yeah.
Got a defender title of last year.
Yeah.
3rd place, right? 2nd place?
Third.
Third, okay.
Defend 3rd place.
Defend
Hey,
3rd.
I think I was the only 40 plus though.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Look at that.
Hey, we appreciate every single one of those 4 women that came. At least we had a finals.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
At least we didn't have one
nice
contestant.
group shot at the end. All of them, posing for pictures.
The last thing I ever want is to have one contestant in the division, and nobody to hit against in the finals.
Yes.
So we need the ladies. Come on out, ladies. We love you. Come on out. We want you. We want you to come out and have a good time with us.
It's fun.
And of course, if you're not a long ball hitter, you can come just do the Roberts Insurance Shootout to try to win the $250,000.
Yeah.
You can just come out and do the We Win Injury putting. Usually what I do is I give you 3 for $20 on the closest 2, and entry into the putting for $20 if you don't want to hit on the long drive grid. So if you're not a long drive hitter, you can do that.
Yeah.
And we'd love to see it. We'd love to see it. Starts at 3:00. Just come on out to Coral Canyon Golf Course. Bring your lawn chairs. I'm not bringing in the bleachers this year. They get so hot, and you can't even hardly sit on them. So if you want to come, just hang out and watch.
Yeah.
Bring your nice, comfortable, favorite lawn chair.
Yeah.
Bring it with you out to the number 10 tee box. We'll have some chairs from the pro shop, a few. I'm going to go home, grab about every lawn chair in my garage. We'll try
I'll grab a few.
Yeah, we're going to try to,
I'll bring out my mister.
It's just those bleachers get so hot when it gets over 100 degrees. And so we're not even, and it's a tight fit to get them up to the number 10 tee box with the cart path twisting and turning there. Yeah. So we're not even bringing the bleachers out this year. So bring your lawn chairs. That's a public service announcement from Devin and the Drive crew. All right, a couple final thoughts on the weekend. World Cup. Paulie said he would jump in and out of this game. Terry, you said you would jump in and out of this game. But I was playing with a kid that played soccer for Hurricane a couple years ago. Really good golfer, a friend of my son's. And he's like, I'm watching every match. I'm watching all 104 matches. Like, I've seen that type of excitement for the World Cup here in St. George. I don't think I'll be able to watch all 104 matches, but I am fired up to keep tabs on this from the long drive.
I thought you were going to watch all 104 matches.
No, with the long drive this weekend, that's going to be impossible.
I don't think you were ever going to be able to get to 104.
But the NBA and the hockey.
I did want to watch every USA match.
Yes, I think that's something I'm going to try to attain.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to pop it on the phone tonight from the number 10 tee box.
Yeah.
Let's see. The game 5 in San Antonio will be tomorrow night. So no Stanley Cup tonight, no NBA Finals till tomorrow night. So you've got the game 5 in San Antonio tomorrow night.
2 games in college baseball today, baby. Troy in West Virginia and Ole Miss in North Carolina.
College baseball.
They're starting from Omaha today.
Fired up for that.
I'm ready.
I will be rooting for your ears. How about that? Just because you're excited, I'll get excited.
All right. In solidarity with me.
I will take the Spurs to prolong the series, though. I do think this gut check game, I think the Spurs are going to find a way. Maybe that's wishful thinking on my part because I want to see this series continue on and just take us to June 19th, please. Get to game 7.
Yeah.
Plus, I picked the Spurs before the playoffs started, so I would love to see the fight of this young roster after a heartbreaking loss in New York again. They had a couple at home and now a heartbreaking one in New York. And so, and then I do think the Knights force a Game 7.
All right.
It doesn't look likely the way the Canes are playing the last 2 games.
Yeah.
But I think you get back in front of the home crowd, rally. I love Tort's comment. I'm leaving my clothes at the hotel in Carolina and rally.
Yeah,
I'm like, I want to believe. I want to believe. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the Knights and the Spurs to win, and hopefully by Monday we're still talking about more finals action.
Yep.
So, and then you've got the RBC this weekend, which is kind of fun because you've got some guys. Koepka is surging up to 8 under par and has the lead right now. He's through 11 holes in his second round. Tony Finau is just about to get out on the course. He's going to start today at 5 under par. He tees off in about less than 2 hours from right now. So Patrick Fishburne also out on the course, even through his first 6 holes. He's at 5 under par in his second round. So you do have some Utah natives. Tony is not in the U.S. Open field. He needs to win this tournament to get in to Shinnecock Hills next week. Where's the NASCAR at this weekend?
Oh, should ask Granddad.
Yeah, you should have. Where, Pocono, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to say it starts with the
The
P.
Tricky Triangle
All right.
is where they will be at this weekend. So you got
Like
that
that.
going on as well. You mentioned the college baseball World Series, the World Cup. So it's a loaded sport. It's actually a loaded sports
Yeah,
weekend.
it's a good weekend.
This is
good
probably
weekend.
our last loaded sports weekend until we get to college football in August.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
I mean, if you count the draft, you got the hockey draft, you got the NBA draft, you got the baseball All-Star game, but it's not a loaded sports weekend where we have finals in NBA, hockey, and the World Cup, plus golf, plus NASCAR. I mean, this is a great sports weekend. This is probably our last one for 2 months. A great where you have tons of College World Series. You have so many viewing options this weekend. What will you be watching?
Yeah.
Going to be good. Any Monday headline predictions on a Friday? I kind of made mine. I think that we will both be talking about sports action in the NBA Finals and the NHL Stanley Cup Finals. I'm picking the Spurs and the Knights to both prolong this series, even though that is probably a long shot for both of those to happen. That is what I'm going to go with.
Okay.
I'm going with that too.
All right. She's riding with you. I will say that the Knicks win the finals. And West Virginia advances to the next round in Omaha and leads the Rocco's Jello Shot Challenge by the end of this weekend.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yes, we've made a big ground.
Although Ole Miss still has the lead.
They have the lead, but they had some early risers getting there early.
Reports are an Ole Miss alumni, similar to Cody Campbell, is flying in to buy everybody Jello shots at Rocco's.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have to compete with a Cody Campbell type. But yeah.
What if we flew out to Omaha and we went to Rocco's? Would we count? We don't. You would count. You have West Virginia gear. Me and TA don't have any West Virginia or
I'd
Ole
loan
Miss
you
gear.
somebody.
Yeah,
I'd loan you
me some.
That's right.
That's gonna fit me well.
That's right. It might be a little baggy, but you'll be fitting in with the group.
I'm gonna have to roll up my sleeves just to do the shot, a Jello shot.
Rocco's. I'm reading an article on Rocco's, and
we don't have time for an article.
Oh, I'm not reading an article. Just an excerpt. They took 120,000 pre-made Jello shots this week. They made them up, so they're ready.
They're ready. Are you ready? Have a great weekend, everybody. We're ready. Hopefully, we see you out of Coral Canyon for the 22nd annual Utah State Long Drive Championship. 3 o'clock today. Have a great weekend, everybody.